Oh.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us on the premier Geek podcast, OZ and the Freak Talk Geek. I'm OZ.
And I'm the Freak. And you're watching A Week in Geek.
Didn't miss cue this week.
Just doing the Wayne's World. All right, man. So,
how's your week been, Freak?
It's been busy, bro. Like, winter hit, and I was getting like 20 hours a week. And now I'm getting 60 hours a week and a lot of different jobs. And I got a tooth infection on top of that, which, if you ever want to torture someone, I'm just throwing it out there. If you want to torture someone, like you see all this, shit and everything, and all these tools and everything like that, and everything about torturing people. Nah, man, crack their tooth and shove something in there.
Ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Crack someone's tooth, break a tooth off, and feed them ice cream. Yeah. Ugh, dude. Like, I'm on a lot of pain meds right now, but like it felt like that, like my face was like pulsating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tooth pain sucks.
Yeah, dude. I had a killer one like 4 years ago when we first moved up here.
Yeah,
I was using whiskey very medicinally.
There you go. That works.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully we'll get that taken care of soon.
Tomorrow, actually.
Fantastic.
Getting that sucker yanked out tomorrow.
Man, that's fantastic. I have a lot of bad news. I'm looking over my news for this week, and I have a lot of got one bad, depending on your perspective, 2 bad, 3 bad.
I actually have to say
4 bad.
Everything I have to talk about is uplifting, except for one that I'm pissed off about.
I'm pissed off about.
That's just me.
Yeah. Oh, well, fuck it. Let's just piss off everybody. Let's get this shit started.
All right. You want to bitch first, or you want me to?
I'll bitch first. It's going to be a sad day for Looney Tunes fans.
Ooh, what's going on?
It's a rough time to be a Looney Tunes fan. The classic episodes of the original cartoon show are now going to be even harder to stream than ever after losing their streaming home on Max.
Really?
Yeah. Per Toon Hive, the remaining 255 episodes of the original Looney Tunes have been removed from Max. The news follows the franchise recently returning to the big screen for The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, which has drawn very high praise from critics. However, Looney Tunes fans had already been frustrated with Warner Brothers' Discovery after another animated film, Coyote vs. Acme, was canceled from its release, possibly never to see the light of day. So the company had also already pulled 250 Looney Tunes shorts, and the original cartoon show is also vaulted. The only franchise titles that are left currently available on Max are the new Looney Tunes, Baby Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny Builders, and a recent Looney Tunes cartoon series.
Wait, so like
they're
Baby Looney Tunes, is that Tiny Toons or
no?
Something that's completely different.
Something completely different. It's the original tunes as babies.
We already had Tiny Toons. We didn't need that.
Well, Tiny Toons was the next generation.
I guess. Well, yeah, you're right.
There were different characters.
Right. Yeah, Babs and Buster Bunny. Yeah.
Right. So I don't know why, but they're vaulting them for some reason, and they're just not going to be available to stream anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Now, which is really tough, especially for a lot of people who aren't physical media people anymore. And who was going out buying Looney Tunes DVDs?
Not this guy.
Not this guy either. but I loved them. So like not having them available to stream is kind of heartbreaking. It was kind of
Now,
like because it's kind of like it was kind of always on if you had cable.
mhm, yeah. I mean, we always had Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
It was, which did was like a lot of more of the Hanna Barbera and
right,
other cartoons like Wait Till Your Father Gets Home and different stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, cartoons have always been a part of us.
right. But like you know what? Like my kids barely know who the Looney Tunes are, which is kind of weird.
It is actually weird.
Like I show them a picture of like the lineup
Uh huh.
a couple months ago, and I was like, "Do you know who this is?" And they're like, "Roger
They,
Rabbit." And I was
oh
like,
my God, they didn't know Bugs Bunny.
and they obviously don't know Roger Rabbit either.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but yeah,
did they at least know Daffy Duck or Taz or Sylvester and Tweety?
no, no clue, not a clue.
Wow.
I have
You
failed
need
as a
you need
father.
you need
I
to
have.
play the you need to find it and play the one with Elmer Fudd, the musical, where it's like gonna kill the web. You need to play that one for them.
Well, see, now that's an interesting thing because it's like my girls, for some reason, they know some classical music songs,
Hmm.
or they know them from TikTok. I'm like, oh, that's funny. You know these songs from TikTok. I know these songs from Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies.
Yeah, Merry Melodies. I haven't
Mm-hmm.
heard that name in forever. Also, it's one of those Mandela effects too. Well, certain people always remembered the word Looney Tunes being Toons.
Right,
For example, me.
right,
I always remembered it as Looney, Looney, and then Tunes, Toons.
yeah,
And a lot of other people that are on the same boat. And it's like that's one of those Mandela effects.
right.
But people are like, it's always been Tunes, Tunes, as in like the sound.
As in the music, because they were
Yeah,
always like even
Looney.
back in the beginning, they were associated Merry Melodies and Looney Tunes.
Hmm. Yeah,
It was cheaper to synchronize the animation to pre-existing music.
yeah. But for some reason, like me as well as a lot of other people out
Mm.
there, it's just like the Sinbad movie.
Oh,
It's
Kazam
Kazam, yeah.
or
Was it Kazam or
Shazam,
was it Shazam?
Shazam,
And
whatever.
I remember that movie too. Like I remember it, and you can't find anything that says that it ever existed.
I okay. I really don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I do not believe it exists in the context in which people say that it exists.
What context in which we say it exists?
That it's
Either
an actual full length movie.
okay. So was it not a full length movie?
I think it was a skit. I've seen stuff about it that it
Hmm.
was actually a skit on another on a show on like a kind of like a kids variety show.
I don't know. I always remembered it because I remembered. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I just wanted to point that out.
Right.
That's kind of sad, man, that it's
It
gonna go away.
it's going away, but like it's Max and it's HBO Discovery. They own Warner Brothers. Like they're just vaulting it. Why are they
Yeah.
vaulting it? What's going on with Looney Tunes in regards to? Are we getting another rebranding? Like,
Yeah.
are we like going to try to hide these so we can get something new later, or maybe absence makes the heart grow fonder? I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah,
So with losing Looney Tunes,
mm-hmm.
there is something that, in a way, is coming back.
Oh,
Um, have you ever seen Big Bang Theory?
I love Big Bang Theory.
I love Big Bang Theory too. There's been talks for a long time of an upcoming spinoff, and this is coming to Max.
That's right.
So, coming to Max, we are going to get a spinoff of the Big Bang Theory called Stuart Fails to Save the Universe.
I am so excited about this, dude. I've been saying for years, literally for years, that Stewart needed to have his own show.
Dude, I don't know about you, but Jesus Christ, I felt so bad for that guy. Like, I don't know, man. Like anything that can go wrong with somebody happened
Mm-hmm.
to Kevin Sussman.
Yeah,
The lovable yet perpetual, down on his luck, Stuart Bloom. And yeah, he's taking center stage for the new show.
I cannot wait for this show. I've heard about this rumored for so long, and they officially
Yeah.
announced the title. I'm so excited about this.
I love the title too. We go from Big Bang Theory to Stewart fails to save the universe.
It
Which, if you know anything about the show, you know it. That's just a perfect title for Stewart.
is. It is going to
Um,
be.
so Stuart Bloom runs a comic book shop, and literally he gets shit on all the time. He's very emo. He's very depressed. He's very dramatic, and it's like the shop burns down. Everything that can go wrong to this guy happens to this guy, and it's kind of like a sad story, but at the same time, you can't help but laugh at the guy.
Right. You laugh at his misfortune because even the nerds thinks he's a big fucking nerd.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So Sussman won't be alone in this new the new venture either.
mm-mm.
The spinoff is set to bring back other Big Bang alums, including Lauren Lapkus as Stewart's girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
Denise, Brian Posehn as the socially awkward geologist Bert Kibler, and of course John Ross Bowie as
Kripke.
Bowie Quipquey. I and Barry was that guy that you love to hate.
Fucking hated him.
Oh
God, I
yeah,
hated him.
yeah, but you enjoyed hating Barry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
So
I'm hoping Brian Posehn's a regular on the show. I
uh,
really love Brian Posehn, so I'd love to see anything him to be a regular on here would be
yeah,
awesome.
I love Brian Posehn too. He's a metalhead. He loves horror movies. Like he's a famous kind of version of me in a way.
And he's a big D&D nerd, man.
He's a huge D&D nerd. I know he's got his own podcast. What's it called? I know
Nerd
you
poker.
Nerd Poker. So check out Brian Posehn. Check out his podcast. Follow him. You know, give some other podcasters out there some love. And but yeah, we while these people are all attached to the project, the series is yet to receive an official green light
All right.
with Warner Brothers. So the they're still looking to move forward on it, but we don't have everything set up yet.
They're getting it all in line, ready for it when they were getting ready
Yeah,
to go.
exactly.
Chances are they've already got like a show Bible ready, producer ready, directors ready.
Hmm.
Just waiting for the official go. I'm excited for this.
I'm
Like
excited too.
I'm more excited for this show than I had no want or like anything to watch Young Shelton.
Young Sheldon was actually a pretty good movie. I mean, pretty good show. It
I
was a
have
pretty good show.
I have no interest in it. And the fact that that show already has its own spinoff too with the older brother, like I don't
Oh
care.
yeah,
I don't care.
yeah.
This I care about. I fucking love Stewart. I've been saying for years Stewart need to have his own show. I'm so excited about this.
I will spoil one thing about Young Sheldon.
Go ahead. I'm not gonna watch it.
It was one thing that they didn't show, and it was one of these things that certain things kept leading up to it,
Mm-hmm.
and you were waiting for that sad day because if you watch Big Bang Theory, you know that his mother is still around. His dad passed away.
Right.
There's a lot of different times in Young Sheldon where it is a comedy, but it does get, it's got a lot of Roseanne feel to it. It really does. It really does. It has a Roseanne old school feel to
Mm-hmm.
it. And there's a couple of times, man, where like his dad's not doing good, and you're like, oh shit, this is the season. They're gonna finally do it, and then they never do it. Which, in a way, I'm actually kind of happy about
Right.
because in a way, I was looking forward to that. Not necessarily looking forward to it, but I was expecting it,
Right.
and then it didn't happen. So I was like, well, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Didn't need to happen on the show.
it didn't. No,
No.
but so yeah, Stewart fails to save the universe. Such a lovely title too.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
All
Well,
right, what you got for that?
On an equally happy note,
Okay.
Adam Sandler is back on the green with Netflix Happy Gilmore 2.
Okay. Real quick before you get into this, I've been hearing about this. I've been seeing some things that people are posting on Facebook,
Oh,
and much like a bunch of other shit that people come up with, I didn't think this was real.
it is real.
I did not think that he doesn't really do mini sequels. You know,
No,
he really doesn't. He doesn't do
no,
mini sequels, especially for from his original stuff. With they all kind of tie in the same universe, but like
right.
there's never usually a part two. And I don't know, man. I did not see a Happy Gilmore 2 coming out. I thought it was fake news.
My guess is this is pure speculation,
Hmm.
but he's like has this contract for like the past couple years with Netflix, right?
I didn't know that.
So yeah, he's been contracted to Netflix to produce these movies for the past couple years, and my guess is they gave him so much money. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll give you all this money for you to make this other stuff.
Hmm.
You are going to have to make a Happy Gilmore 2 for us, or something like that.
Hmm.
I'm thinking that this was maybe not something he wanted to do, but probably something he had to do.
Okay.
But
So yeah. So
it,
so I go ahead.
go ahead, no, please go ahead.
I was just gonna say. So I have T-Mobile,
Mm-hmm.
and you get Netflix free with T-Mobile.
Right.
And halfway through last year, they decided you're still going to get Netflix for free, but we're not giving you the paid ads version now. Now you have to watch all the ads. And
Ugh.
Netflix ads will give you like 8 fucking ads in a short story. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Mhm.
it's 30 minutes long, you might get fucking 6 to 8 ads.
Ugh.
So I don't watch Netflix that much anymore at all.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I mean I have it. I get it for free, but I don't watch it because of all the ads.
Talk to me after
Anyways.
the show. We'll fix that.
So you were saying.
Anyway, yeah. So this is an actual movie. So a lot of the cast is coming back. Julie Bowen's Virginia Vinet,
Mhm.
his love interest in the first movie. Christopher McDonald, Shooter McGavin,
Shooter McGavin.
will be back, and Ben Stiller is going to be reprising his role as Hal L,
Was it
the nursing home
the
guy that
nurse?
terrorized his grandma.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that.
Let's see. And let's see.
What about Stubbs? Is he going to be in there? His ghost?
Well, he's dead, so
Yeah, but he was at the end dancing and everything.
no. But I mean, like the actor is dead.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that would be a little hard.
I mean, not impossible. They
Whoops.
brought dead people back for movies, but still.
Yeah, let's not. Let's
Uh,
break that trend.
but
Fucking Shooter McGavin.
Carl Weathers, that was Chubbs Peterson.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Anyway, so
Carl
anyway, but
Weathers.
Netflix has recently dropped the trailer for the new movie, and it's going to be on Netflix July 25th. I just wanted to.
I wonder if he actually makes it into a hockey team this time.
No, it looks like it's pure golf.
Because I mean, that was the whole concept. That's where it all started.
Right. I think it's just more golf shenanigans.
Fucking Ben Stiller. Oh, and then the guy from Grandma's Boy. He was the hobo that was his caddy.
Right. I'm sure
Remember
I'm sure
remember
everybody's going to be back.
he's like, I think it's leaning to the left. He's like, no, it only seems that way because you're missing one shoe. He's like, oh yeah. That was a great movie. One thing though. I hope this isn't another love story. And I hope that this goes back to Adam Sandler's roots with the absurd profanity and comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope this is old Adam Sandler, not new Adam Sandler.
We kind of got that with what was it, Hubie Halloween?
I
Didn't like it. No,
didn't care for it. No,
fair enough.
no. We watched it,
Right.
but I had a hard time getting into it.
Well, I get it. You're
That
a little
was
too old for that shit.
well. I mean, it's old comedy's dead, man, and it's really hard to try and bring it back. Like they're gonna do with Spaceballs. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be hard to do Spaceballs the way Spaceballs was originally done. So it's gonna be hard to do Happy Gilmore 2 the way Happy Gilmore originally came out because that was over 20 something years ago.
Well, yeah, dude. I think us as a whole, like, and I say us as in like English speaking American humans, we've
Yeah.
become quite a bit more cynical
Hmm.
and a little bit easier to offend.
I don't know. I like it when they offend me. I don't get easily offended. Well,
Fair enough.
since we're talking about movies that are coming out with sequels,
Uh huh. We are.
yeah. Well, I mean, you're talking about
Go
the
ahead.
sequel. Well, technically, we're talking about it's a spin-off slash sequel
Yeah.
to Big Bang, and the
Right.
sequel to Happy Gilmore, and the sequel to Mortal Kombat
A sequel to Mortal Kombat. Oh yeah.
with
Yes.
Carl Urban as Johnny Cage.
Okay. Did you see the remake Mortal Kombat?
The which one? The newest one?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, and I loved it.
Yes.
I
Right. It
loved it.
was
I thought it
good.
was amazing. I thought, yeah, no, they did it excellent. Huge Mortal Kombat fan. I've watched a lot of the shows, the movies, Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Like I've loved all of the Mortal Kombats. Some of
Nice.
them were kind of cheesy, but I mean it's fucking Mortal Kombat. It's gonna
Right.
be cheesy.
Right.
Um so now Carl Urban is not somebody I would have ever thought of to play cocky ass Johnny Cage.
No.
Now, you know who I think the perfect person to play Johnny Cage would be?
Hmm.
And it's like one of the mental images I get because he's such a douchebag. You remember the guy that played Cyclops in X Men?
Yes. Oh God. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but yes, I know who you're talking about. It doesn't matter.
I gotta find his name. Let's see here. Scott Summers. Yes, I know his name is Scott Summers. What's the fucking actor? James Marsden.
Right.
So James Marsden, he just he was in The Stand, and that's the only other movie, the show, there anything that I can remember him from. But he comes off as kind of like a cocky douchebag. And I mean, it's Scott Summers. He is a douchebag.
Yeah, but no, like he's done other stuff where he's like the goofy, lovable
Okay, he
boyfriend.
was in Sonic, wasn't he?
Yes.
Okay, so he was in Sonic, but I mean, just his appearance and from his acting, he kind of seems pretty pretentious and cocky. And Johnny Cage is super pretentious and cocky, super douche.
What I did not expect was them to have an older Johnny Cage.
Yeah,
This is what, like, Johnny Cage to me was supposed to be, to me in the video games, read as hot young Hollywood star.
yeah, he's the American fucking wannabe Bruce Lee. You know, he's the American Jean Claude Van Damme. You know, he's a martial artist and he's a hip movie star.
Right. Like if this were the 80s or 90s, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, yeah, even cockier though than Tom Cruise, I would say.
But I'm super interested with it being Carl Urban.
So the reason, part of the way they explain the focus on his new story, let's see, it says Boone explains that Johnny is the focus on the new story. He calls the character's introduction ridiculously hilarious,
Nice.
having incited some of the biggest laughs from the early screenings of the film. So it seems like he's going to be a comic slash a cocky a hole, but very comedic, maybe.
He's going to be the over the top camp.
Yeah, yeah, very much so. So joining Carl Urban, we are getting. Let's see. So we have Carl Urban playing Johnny Cage, Adeline Rudolph as Kitana.
Nice.
Yeah, she looks pretty good there, actually. Martin Ford as Shao Kahn,
Ooh.
which that's a pretty interesting look on the helmet for Shao Kahn.
Yeah. Remember that? Yeah,
Um,
it's just the helmet.
yeah, that's the helmet, but I mean it's different, but it still looks pretty cool.
Right.
I'm all for it. And then we've got Hiroyoko Sanada revising his role as Scorpion.
Nice.
So, and he was such a phenomenal actor, man.
Oh yeah.
Like that last Mortal Kombat movie was amazing. Like he did such a fantastic job bringing the clans together and the
Hmm.
getting into the backstory of them. I'm really looking forward to this. I again huge Mortal Kombat fan here. I want to see what they're going to do with this. There's a lot more to read, but I kind of didn't want to read it because this is a movie I don't want to necessarily spoil for myself.
Oh sure, no, I get that. And anybody who watches this already knows you don't watch trailers because you don't want any spoilers at all. I
Exactly.
respect that.
Other characters in the film include Ludi Lin as Liu Kang, is also shown in the picture behind him there. We've got Makad Brooks in the background as well for Jax Briggs. Jessica McNamee as Sonya Blade. Uh,
Dude,
what's that?
do you know who the guy playing Jax is?
It looks like I'm not gonna lie. It looks like the original guy that played Jax, but no, I'm not. I'm
No,
not.
he was Jimmy Olsen on the Supergirl show on CW.
I never
You didn't
watched it.
watch it? Oh
No.
my god. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We have Tadanobu Asano as Lord Raiden, Joe Taslim as Sub Zero, and again, we already mentioned Sonata as Scorpion.
Okay, I'm looking at the cast, dude.
Uh huh.
Oh, there's some spoilers in here. You might not want to go on
Yeah.
the IMDb.
No, I'm not doing the IMDb.
Okay.
I'm really not. So, but I will say I'm super, super, super psyched for this. I really am. And I also want to point out, I really hope that they come out with some 6-inch scale figures because I've looked up the 6-inch scale figures of Katana already, and
Right.
she's got all these different goofy hairstyles and stuff. But that outfit, if they have her with her hair like that and they have her with the mask or something, I want the toy so I can do my custom Psylocke.
Bro. Actually, I think I read or heard um, McFarlane
Hmm.
is going to be doing the original Mortal Kombat like video game action figures in 6-inch form.
Okay, well then maybe I'll have another chance to get
Right?
to get that because Katana's top half with her mask on is a perfect Psylocke from Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Your might, test your might. Uh, and
Okay.
I'll say this, man. I'll say this: the Mortal Kombat One, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and there was another album that was called Mortal Kombat More Combat. Those soundtracks and those were just they went ham, bro. Okay, I mean, like you've got Pitch Shifter, KMFDM, you've got a lot of badass bands on these soundtracks. So I love them. I love everything about it, man. I love Mortal Kombat. I love the games. Um, I'm super stoked to see this movie.
I'm excited for you for that, man. I really am. I'll wait till it comes out on streaming on Max.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
And with one sequel that we know is coming, and another sequel that we know is coming, and another sequel that we know is coming, there is unfortunately a sequel that is not coming.
Oh,
It appears that the game is over for Jigsaw.
yep.
Per Bloody Disgusting, it's been reported that the upcoming sequel, Saw 11, has been canceled. The sequel was previously announced for a theatrical release of September 27th, 2024,
Mm-hmm.
before it was then delayed to September 26th,
Mm-hmm.
2025. While the movie's fate hasn't officially been confirmed, the new report quotes an unnamed source close to production saying it's totally dead. It's
Yep.
100% over, almost a year now.
Mm-hmm. And I was going to mention this too. This is one of the things I was looking up, and until I saw the picture that you put in there, and I was like, all right. Also, I want to point out props to you
Yeah.
for pulling up Bloody Disgusting.
Oh, thank you.
It's a good site. That's a good site.
Thank you. My sources. My sources. I haven't. Okay, so I haven't seen all of the Saw franchise. I love the Saw franchise,
Mm-hmm.
though, that I have seen, and I've most recently seen. I'm guessing the last one now, Saw X, which was a prequel
Mm-hmm.
ish.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, but look, this doesn't necessarily mean that the Saw franchise is over. It just the planned project that was going to be Saw 11 is just gone now.
Yeah.
They're not going to do it. So chances are they'll regroup, come back, and have another Saw 11, maybe another couple years. Saw, I feel, is going to be like Puppet Master and Nightmare and like Freddy and Jason and stuff like that. He ain't going nowhere. There'll be a remake or there'll be a sequel.
I was just gonna say
like,
that there'll probably be another sequel or a remake of it or a reboot in the next 5-10 years.
Yeah, and as long as Tobin Bell is alive, like there'll still be a Saw. There's still going to be a chance of there being more Saw movies.
I really hope so. I'm a big Saw fan.
Right. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I just haven't got around to it. There's so much going on now to watch and stream and all that. But yeah, unfortunately, what we knew was going to happen for Saw 11 is not going to happen anymore. So another one bites the dust.
So since we're talking about reboots, let me go ahead and just vent about this.
Okay. I need to stop watching that screen down there.
I was saying you can see it, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now we know I don't watch trailers. Unless it's a movie that is probably going to be a disaster or a movie that I might not see, I might watch a trailer.
Right.
So a trailer I saw yesterday.
You watched the trailer?
Yeah. Honestly, I started watching it not knowing what it was. Honestly. I was scrolling through reels on Facebook, but it ended up being a trailer for the new Toxic Avenger.
Come on.
I know, right? Right after that last episode.
Yeah. Dude, okay. This Toxie. Okay. I'll wait.
Okay, no. What I want to hear what you want to say. What?
This Toxie looks fucking awesome.
Oh my god.
This Toxie
I can't. I fucking can't with you.
So cool, dude.
I can't with you. He looks like a fucking troll. Okay, I literally brought my wife in here earlier, sat her down, played the trailer. The way the trailer starts up, it's like, holy shit, this looks like something that's really cool. This looks like something I would watch. And then bam, kicks the fucking door in. Out comes 4'9" tall Toxic Avenger who looks round, weird. He looks like a fucking troll with his mop that doesn't move, that looks like a fucking flame, like a green flame, and he's like, I have a mop. Like, bruh.
Okay, so I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Oh, you gotta watch the trailer.
I haven't seen the trailer yet. All I've seen is this still shot and like another one of Toxie's makeup.
Just FYI,
and I love the makeup.
4'9".
Okay.
The whole concept of like part of Toxic Avenger was he was this little nerd that became this big giant strong man.
Okay.
Here, we've got a little fucking nerd that turns into a fat troll. A short, fat troll.
Okay. We haven't seen the movie yet.
I've seen the okay. You got to watch the trailer. If you watch the
I'll
trailer,
watch the trailers.
you see the person in the suit. Uh, anyway, it's the movie looks good if it wasn't Toxic Avenger.
I get that.
The storyline, from what I see from the storyline, the comedy, the gruesomeness, the idiotic people, it fits in perfectly with Tromaville. Okay, it fits in perfectly. Lloyd Kaufman would be happy about this, except that Abomination.
You know what was an abomination?
I'm looking at it.
No. Toxic Avenger 3.
Eh,
Was it yeah. When in Toxic Avenger 3, all right, the guy playing Toxie was legitimately wearing a Halloween Toxic Crusader mask.
he was.
Not makeup.
He
He
was. It
was
was pretty
wearing
bad.
that was a fucking abomination. So
Hey, at least he was wearing a mask that kind of looked like himself.
this is a new character design, and I
I
think you're a
don't like
little
it.
I think you're a little hurt because it's not the same. I think if you would give this a chance,
Oh,
you
I'm
would
gonna
probably
watch it.
you
I'm
would
gonna watch
probably
it. I
love
have
it.
to. I've already said that I like the setting. I like the story, like the story that they've built up. I like the acting from everybody else I've seen. I love the gore, the idiocracy of the world that they live in. I'm loving all of that. It fits again. All of it fits in perfect with Tromaville.
Right.
But this fucking guy right here, who's anti dwarfs playing dwarfs, is which real quick, is it me or is it like the more famous that Peter Dinklage gets, the more he looks like a fucking homeless guy?
Yes,
I mean,
I just actually just watched him on Hot Ones. Yeah,
yeah, like the more famous he gets, the hairier and grungier and nastier he looks. Like I don't know what's going on. Anyways,
you know he was in a punk
so
band.
no, I didn't.
Yeah, no.
So Peter Dinklage plays as Toxic Avenger before he becomes Toxic Avenger.
Nerdy. Like I think his name was Milton or wasn't it?
Milton, yes. So he plays as the nerdy guy who gets the toxic waste poured on him after being bullied and beat up, and then becomes the Toxic Avenger. Now, this is the part that I find interesting. The Toxic Avenger that we see here
Mm-hmm.
is not Peter Dinklage in this suit.
No,
Her name is Luisa Guerrera or Guerrerier. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I was just calling her Luisa Guerrera, who is 4'9". So you have a little person playing another little person in a suit, and but Peter Dinklage is doing the voice for Toxie. He's voicing over her. She's lip
yeah,
syncing to him. He's doing the
right.
voice. Why didn't he just play Toxie in the suit?
Well, I don't think probably because he wasn't getting paid enough.
Yeah, I'm just, I don't know, man. Like to me, he's fucking up a lot of stuff.
All right,
And by the way, this is Luisa Guerrera, who will be actually the body performing for the Toxic Avenger.
right on.
So that's pretty cool. What sucks is I've always liked Peter Dinklage, and like over this past month, I'm really starting to dislike the guy.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But if you get a chance, man, after this, we'll watch the video together.
Yeah,
Uh, the mop doesn't even move. It's literally just like that. What you're seeing right now, that's the mop, and it's
right.
glowing. I don't know why the mop is glowing, and it's just like a hard crystallized shell of a mop or something. It doesn't make any
Bro, it's a
fucking sense.
reboot, it's a reimagining. You know, I mean, it's like It's the Toxic Crusaders of the Toxic Avenger. It's just another step.
Toxic Crusaders was awesome.
I know, I know,
What
I know.
if they're gonna have a body double? Why couldn't they just at least make somebody bigger, like normal
I
size?
don't
Because
know,
the whole
man.
thing was he went from a little nerd to a big strong man. Here he went from a little nerd to a little turd.
We'll have to wait and see. Let's
Peanuts and
wait and
all.
see on this one. I like the makeup. I think it's a I
I
think it's
don't. I
interesting.
don't. I don't like that big bulging black eye thing. I don't know what's going on
See
there.
that I like. That's what I really like about it.
I got to watch the movie too because if it doesn't move and it's just like, nyeh, you know, uh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you expect anything less from Trauma than less? Like, come on. You're even getting less superhero.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I got it.
yeah,
Stature.
right. Well, if you're disappointed in that, like I have to tell you, is a little something I'm disappointed in, and that is unfortunately Star Wars Hunters will be shut
Oh.
down in October. Less than a
Wait.
year since its release. That's right.
Seriously?
Yep.
This
Yep.
is this is the game, right?
This
That
is
you were talking to me about. We had
this
this
is
big
the
discussion on.
yep. This is the 3 versus 3 game that
It's
I was
like a
talking to you about.
MOBA, arena MOBA type shit. Yeah.
Right. It's an Overwatch like. Star Wars Hunters is shutting down after just a year on fans' phones, and the developer just announced. Zynga's Star Wars Hunters launched for both iOS and Android on May 14th, 2025. Um, it was a multiplayer online arena shooter, and they announced that it will be ending. The last day to play the game will be October 1st, 2025. Before the game ends, developers are dropping one more content update on April 15th. Some seasonal events will be returning as Season 3 is extended.
What's it
Devs have
for?
also announced that Tuya, the final hunter, will be available to play in this final content update, and they will be free to play.
What's even the point of this all this extra content if you're just gonna end it in October?
They've already got it. They've already made it. They were just waiting on eventually releasing it. Here's where I think that is the issue. Okay, so players can also get a refund for in-game currency if they didn't use it, and if they don't want to continue. The Hunters community was shocked at the sudden announcement, but while people who play enjoy the game, there wasn't enough interest to keep the game lucrative. Currently, the game has accumulated 790,000 downloads
Yeah.
and generated just 458K from in-game purchases. So this game, this big ass IP, Star Wars Hunter, Star Wars game, in this first year hasn't even gotten $500,000 yet.
Well, yeah, and it's from Disney, and we know Disney only cares about dollars, not people's happiness.
Sure.
Just saying.
The
I mean, it's a clear
happiest place on
example of it
earth.
right here.
Well, okay. Well, here's the deal. Like, people weren't spending money on it. So
Well, it's a
if the
free
develop,
game.
it is a free game, but but so is
Overwatch,
no, yes, but no, fucking the one
Fortnite.
Fortnite. So it's Fortnite.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Fortnite's also on PC and other video game systems. If this is just on iOS and phone,
No,
maybe they
this is
should.
not. This is not.
Okay.
This was. I could play this on my Switch. That's what I
Oh,
was trying
okay.
to tell you
Okay.
to play it on the Switch.
Okay.
It's available to play across almost all like ways to play it, man. But like, it just didn't hook enough, and I'm guessing for what it would cost to keep it going, to keep supporting it, they're going to need more than $500,000 a year. It just wasn't
That's
popular enough,
ridiculous.
which is a shame.
Yeah.
I love these characters. I thought they were fun. There's each one of them had their own little story. There's a reason
Mm-hmm.
why they were fighting all one another. It was a lot of fun.
Hmm.
Hopefully, we'll see these characters again down the road, or maybe we'll even see the arena down the road. Well, it could be in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie coming out.
Which,
Who
by the
knows?
way, is the cheapest movie, Star Wars movie to date for Disney.
I saw something about that today too.
Yeah, it was at just under like 148 million or something like that to make it, which is the cheapest Star Wars Disney movie yet.
Nice, nice. I'm down. Like, good. Save the money. Spend it on fucking
Star Wars Hunters. It sounds to me like the content
advertising.
that their purchasable content wasn't that good. And rather than trying to fix it, they're just like, fuck it, we're done.
Well,
Like
this is the
not even
seasons,
a year,
man.
man. Give it a shot.
Too late. I'm sure this game will hang on somewhere. So somebody will develop some sort of I don't know what it's called. Some other what are those called?
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm sure we'll still be able to play it somehow or another down the road when somebody decides to say that they'll host it or whatever.
Yeah.
But the officialness of this game is that it is over.
Womp 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 womp. Bye.
But what I want mainly out of this game, and which is likely not going to happen. Well, I don't know. Maybe it will be a GameStop exclusive still. Is I want some of the Black Series figures of these guys, especially J3DI, the
He does look
Jedi,
pretty cool.
the
The
Jedi
Jedi,
robot.
the robot that thinks he's a Jedi.
Yeah.
So let's talk Predator.
No.
Predator, not only just in movies, but as with Aliens, Predator has a comic book series. Did you know that?
No, I did not actually. Nice.
And Predator has actually faced off against a lot of Marvel's toughest warriors before, such as Wolverine, Black Panther,
Okay.
and now Spider-Man. Yep.
Which Spider-Man?
Yes. It's Peter Parker. It's not Miles Morales.
Okay.
I want to say maybe like Earth 616 type stuff. I don't know. In Predator versus Spider-Man, Peter Parker is about to go head to head with the most brutal Yachtja yet, who is referred to as Skinner.
Oh, damn.
Some of them collect bones, and I believe this one collects flesh.
Nice.
And I mean, like, that's just pretty cool right there. You see his heat ray vision. Mm-hmm. He just clearly just skinned somebody, and he's going all Leatherface with them, man. Instead of wearing helmets, he's wearing like literally people's flesh.
That's kind of. I don't think this is 616, but
I'm just saying, like,
yeah, like, this is kind of rad. Okay, I've actually saw this image the other day and didn't put it together that this was actually Predator. That's really fucking cool.
I mean, and for those who think that Spidey's world is too lighthearted for a Predator crossover, history says otherwise.
No.
The 80s and 90s delivered some of the darkest Spider-Man comics that have ever appeared, from Craven's Last Hunt to the Twisted Threads of Venom and Carnage. Right. I mean, there's been some pretty dark times in the Spider-Verse.
Right.
If you ever learned what spleen was from, Venom's promise to eat one, then you know that Spidey's rogues gallery can get brutal. So dropping a Yachtja, which is the Predator, into Peter's life completely works.
Right.
So, you got rid of my picture.
I'm sorry, I accidentally clicked that.
All right. So we also have this image here, which is really cool. So if you pan this like a comic, you've got the top image, which you see a train.
Yeah.
Then it shoots down to Predator vision.
Sure.
Then you see these girls looking out the window, and it's dark out, and they're trying to look, and they're trying to see something.
Looks like Mary Jane. Ooh, the face.
Yeah,
Growth.
it's pretty cool, man. And then I think I got one more. This is the first image that I saw that brought me to this.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I'm like, if this is the art style that we're going to see, it looks amazing. I love this art
Hmm.
style. Um, so April 23rd, 2025, we're going to get Spider Man, Predator versus Spider Man in comic shops. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. I'm curious who the see. I don't see anything about who the artist is.
Mm. Is this going to be a
Uh,
one shot or is this going to be like a miniseries?
no, that part I don't know.
Uh,
The writer is Benjamin Percy, and he expressed his excitement for the comic, saying that Spider Man is at the top of every writer's wish list. I'm thrilled and grateful to get the opportunity putting this beloved web slinger against the galaxy's greatest hunter in the urban wilderness that is New York. It's so much fun to live in Peter Parker's world and to put my own wild spin on his relationship with Mary Jane, J. Jonah Jameson, and yes, oh hell yes, Craven. Marcello Ferriara. I'm not familiar with this person.
mm-mm.
Marcello Ferriara captures the visual
Dynamic.
dynamism. No, dynamism. Never really
That's
heard that
weird.
one. Yeah, of Spidey so well that we've had a lot of fun designing the Predator that is unlike any other. So yeah,
Nice. Right on, dude.
I'm pretty excited for this one, man. I really am. The art style looks phenomenal. The Predator that likes to skin people, I mean, it's got kind of like a leather face feel to it, which
Hmm.
I'm all about that. So yeah,
That's kind of awesome, man. I can't wait to see that.
end of April. I'm actually really interested in this one.
Wait a minute.
Huh? April 23rd.
When's Free Comic Book Day this year?
I have no idea. I can Google it.
I bet this is a Free Comic Book Day comic.
I hope not. Free Comic Book Day, May 3rd, 2025.
Okay.
That is not a free comic.
Okay.
But yeah, no,
That's
dude,
awesome, dude.
Predator versus Spider Man. I
That's
Now I need to
that's
get a Predator figure for my shelf and have
Neck.
Spider Man and him going at it.
NECA's got some great ones.
Yeah, they really do.
All right. Well, we're gonna stick with comics. My last news is a bit of comic news. The Rocky Horror Picture Show will reportedly be returning for a new comic book in time for Halloween later this year.
Really?
Coming from Dark Horse Comics, they have licensed the cult classic franchise. Another source from Bleeding Cool reports that Dark Horse will publish Rocky Horror Picture, excuse me, Rocky Horror Show #1 by
Uh-huh.
Halloween 2025, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the
Holy
1975 Rocky
shit.
Horror Picture Show. That's right, 50
Holy
years.
shit.
Bro, this movie is older than us. It
Yeah, it
has
is.
existed like longer than you and I have been alive. And
10
now
years for
that,
me.
yeah, that's
Damn.
yeah. And I did not realize that this was going to be the 50th anniversary
No
coming
shit.
up,
I didn't know that either.
which means I have to go see it live this year.
I was just going to ask if you ever been to a midnight showing.
I have, I have.
Those are the absolute best. They get the props, the toilet paper, and everything.
Right. I used to go when I lived in Slidell. We used to go up to this place, this theater in Covington, this
Hmm.
movie theater in Covington. They would do it. They literally did it every Saturday night at midnight.
No shit. There's one that does it. I don't know if it's every Saturday, but it's in Houston, and they used to do it for in Katy. Remember the Alamo Draft House
Mm-hmm.
on Mason Road?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I used to go and watch it.
Right.
And man, I can't remember what it's called now. They actually have a name for it. for when the actors, the people go up there and they act out the movie, and you're allowed to participate and everything.
I can't remember what it's called either, but yeah, no, that's the only way that I want to watch it now. To watch the movie by itself is kind of meh. I
Did
want
you
to.
ever?
I
Good.
want the audience participation. I want to see the actors in front of it.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's
It's
such a
fun.
fun take on it. Um, we actually one of the years, I can't remember what year it was, but we were in charge. Me and the missus were in charge of we had a big, Houston, uh the Houston zombie walk that we were part of. It was part
Mhm.
of our Houston, Halloween horror deal. And we had this one contest one time, and me and the missus were actually the judges for who actually did the best Frankenfurt and everything.
Nice.
And we hung out with the guy afterwards. He did such an absolute amazing job, dude. Tim Curry would have just absolutely loved this dude's performance. I mean, he blew it out the water.
That's awesome.
Um, but yeah, and then did you ever see the Jack Black music video that he did with other celebrities for the Time Warp?
No,
Oh, you got to watch that. He actually did a pretty good job.
did he? That's
Yeah,
awesome, man.
Jack Black did a pretty good job. I think it was during COVID, so
That
like a
makes
lot of
sense.
them weren't all together. It was a bunch of different Splice videos and everything, but it was actually a really good video. This is a classic right here.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. So, like, I guess this is going to be like not a. It sounds like from this, this
Hmm.
is going to be what happened afterwards, like a
Oh, the
sequel.
aftermath.
I don't know if this is going to be like it shouldn't be like retelling the same story. This from the way I read this, sounds like it's going to be a continuation.
Hmm.
But it is going to be this is just one issue so far. It will be written by Magdalene Visiago, who is an acclaimed comic book writer known for Kim and Kim and Vagrant Queen. Her work has been nominated for 2 Eisner Awards and 3 GLAAD Media Awards, with Vagrant Queen being adopted into a sci-fi television series back in 2020.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, yeah. So we'll get a comic adaptation for Halloween of Rocky Horror Picture Show for the 50th anniversary. This is like a big deal this year.
Yeah.
This is
So how are they going to do this? Because didn't Frankenfurt, he died at the end,
sure
and then Riff Raff and Magenta were aliens.
right. They're all aliens.
Yeah, and well, I thought it was just Riff Raff and Magenta.
For Dr. Frankfurter too.
I didn't think he was an alien. He was just working with them, and they were trying to work on cloning and everything.
I thought they were all the same species.
See, now that part I'm not familiar. I'm not sure. I thought it was just Riff Raff and Magenta, because they ended up flipping on him and becoming the bad guys at the end.
Right. They didn't want to be. They didn't want to follow him anymore.
Yeah, I just figured that I took it as they were in disguise the whole time and didn't know, and he didn't know. Like
Oh, I thought they were all the same.
they were using him.
Oh, I thought they were all the same alien race.
So with that being the case, with them, being the aliens and him passing away and everything like that, I'm curious where the story goes after that.
I don't know. Time will tell. We'll know this Halloween. Now I'm already looking forward to Halloween.
Me too.
That's awesome.
Aw, Meatloaf. I liked Meatloaf in that movie, Eddie.
Yeah.
I always said if I was going to cosplay as somebody in Rocky Horror, I was going to be Eddie.
Yeah. I would be Magenta.
I can see it. I can see it. That's awesome, man. No, I'm looking forward to that, especially with that being Dark Horse too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. So I think I got two more.
Okay. I'm trying not to cheat and look at see what you have coming up.
Okay. So this is one you actually sent me.
Okay. I know it is.
Okay. So I get to talk about this one. This is the toy of the week here. You sent this to me, and I had to go look it up too.
Dude, this is so awesome.
Isn't it though? Oh my god!
So this
Where
is the
is
mini.
it? This is the mini from WizKids, the Dungeons and Dragons Potato Head Beholder. And it is currently, if you go to whizkids.com, it's $24.99. It's currently on pre-order, releasing it says releasing in March 2025. Will fulfill orders soon after. It doesn't give an exact date. It just says 3/20/25. So, but if you go to the website, it still says pre-order and it still says it's in stock for $24.99. It comes with 10 eye stalks, including one fire ray eye stalk and one lightning ray eye stalk. It comes with a central eye with lashes, one angry central eye, one pair of glasses, one bag of holding, which, as any D&D player knows, that's like the number one sought after item in the game. Is a
Sure.
bag of holding, so you
Of course.
put all your shit there. Comes with one hat, one mustache mouth, one fanged mouth, one pair of red lips, and one tongue.
Dude, I love this. So they're turning Mr. Potato Head into a beholder.
Uh huh.
And the fact that this is a mini scaled figure that actually switches the pieces out like a
3
Mr.
inches
Potato
tall.
Head. Dude, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's 3 inches tall, sitting on a 50 millimeter clear plastic base.
Yeah.
That's so. This is actually
Dude, can you
big enough
imagine?
that you can use this in a D and
Exactly.
D game.
Exactly. That's exactly what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Can you imagine your DM like you're going through a game, you're in the middle of this dungeon, and then all of a
Ugh.
sudden your DM just throws this little son of a bitch out at you. Like what the fuck? Just so fucking random. A Mr. Potato Head beholder.
I mean, it's no Xanathar or anything like that, but so this is what a normal beholder would look like for a D&D mini.
Right.
This is actually one of the icons of the realms, D&D mini right here. So this
Right.
is a beholder, and that's the potato head version.
It's good. It should be about that size.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
that's so cool.
That is so great. I love that so much.
And you so yeah, you sent that to me, and I had to look it up, and I was
Now
like,
I
all right,
want a full size Mr. Potato Head.
that would be so fucking cool.
Like,
Now you know somebody's going to 3D print it and come out with the STL files and stuff like that.
God, I
Somebody's going
hope
to do
so,
that.
man. Just I want a full size Mr. Potato Head
Yep.
with this. It'll go right next to my Darth Tater, and everything will be right in the world.
Oh man. Yeah, so you sent this to me and I was like, that's one of the reasons I was harping on you too earlier about getting your pictures in the end drive,
Oh.
is because I wanted to talk about this and I was like, please don't talk about it. Please don't talk about it. So I didn't bring it up. But it just the combinations of the stupid shit that you can do with this. And I love the typical bowler hat that he comes with too.
The bowler hat is a new thing for me.
Is it?
Right.
I thought the bowler hat's always been around.
My Mr. Potato Head had a green baseball cap.
I thought it was red. I'm not sure now. I do remember the baseball hat, but I thought it was red.
No, his
And then
nose. He had a big red. He had a big red
his
nose.
back opened up, and that's where
Right.
you stuffed all the extra accessories.
Yeah. The glasses were yellow, but it was a green baseball hat.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just it's just so colorful and all tons of fun right here.
I love this. This is so cool. I don't know which I want more. If I want the mini or a full size one more, I don't know.
All right.
But hey, that's two.
Oh,
I believe that's two
shit.
Hasbro properties crossing over one on another.
Could be.
Because Hasbro owns D&D.
I cannot believe I almost forgot about this. Since we're talking about toys here, another thing that you sent me from for the store for Horsemen, it's still up for pre-order. Baethir,
bro.
This is Baethir, the Pillar of the West Dragon. Holy shit.
The most expensive, biggest, 1/12 scale action figure
It
to be on the market.
now
This,
before I show the other pictures,
yeah,
this looks like, I'm not gonna lie, at first glance, it looks very similar to like a Todd McFarlane Dragons.
sure.
If you've ever seen the Todd McFarlane Dragon series.
Mhm.
But what you don't know is the fact that this motherfucker right here is 22 inches from the bottom of his feet to the tips of his wings, 12 inches wide. Not the length of him, that's the width. He's 31 from snout to tail. His tail is completely articulated. Each one of these little
Shit,
pieces.
are they really? Oh my
Oh yeah,
god, they
this is
are.
a toy. This is an action figure. This
No,
is
I
not a
know.
model.
I know. Holy shit.
Every bit here, all these are points of articulation. You
Holy
have articulation here, all up and down this thing is different points of articulation. Now, I don't believe
god.
this part moves. That would be even cooler if this part moves. The wings move, the arms move, the individual claws move, the head pivots right here and moves up and down. Um, the wings are static though. Like that's
Well,
all that.
yeah, but those aren't the only
For
wings they
these
have
wings.
available.
Now this is currently on pre-order for from Four Horsemen for $550.
Ugh.
Oh man, that's just
That's
the
more than
pre-order.
the Sentinel.
Oh, that's more than Sentinel, and that's more than Galactus too.
Yeah.
I mean, Galactus resells now for about $475 to $500.
Right.
So
God.
it went up for the pre-order began Friday, March 7th, and will come to a close Sunday, April 6th at 11 p.m. Big bold letters. There are no refunds available on this item. All sales are final unless the figure does not meet the minimum funding goal to enter production, which, by the way, it is fully funded.
That's it, buddy. You are stuck with this son of a bitch.
Now, it's $550
Right.
for the base model, which is what I just showed you.
Right.
This is the Fiery Breath add-on set, which
Mhm.
also comes with another figure, but I forgot to take a picture of that figure. And what we also see in this picture is the open, not collapsed wings.
Mhm.
Each one, the Epic Wings add-on is an extra $150. The Fiery Breath add-on is an extra $150. Total comes out to about $1,000 after taxes and everything else and shipping and handling. It's over $1,000, making this one of the most expensive action figures, not a model. Look
Action
here,
figure.
you can even see the tail straightened in this picture now.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Um,
Holy crap. These
yeah,
things coming out too, man. Like, this is it. That is absolutely insane. I cannot wait to see some of the figure photography. There, look at
yeah.
that.
So this is Sir Benegar, champion of Beathir. He is the base figure as shown, included with Beathir. So for those that don't know, this is again from Four Horsemen.
Mm-hmm.
They do Mythic Legion. They also do Cosmic Legion, and they also have another one which is like Suits of Armor, which is a bunch of different badass armored suits, different colors and stuff like that, and material. They look fucking phenomenal. It's
Right.
$450 for the entire set. But yeah, this is Benegar, and I mean the color, the saturation, like the different this thing, even just this alone, the coloring is just so amazing and phenomenal.
That was a gorgeous figure, dude.
It really is. And this just comes with the dragon.
Right.
To give you an idea on the scale we're looking here.
That's what I've been wanting to see. Holy cow.
To give you an idea. Okay, so this is Spider-Man, 6
That's the
inches.
Legends.
This is McFarlane. This is
Yep.
7 inches. I want to say he's actually from Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm not 100% positive. This is a Lego man.
Right.
Lego man's not even bigger than one of his fingers,
No,
and that's Beathir.
that is absolutely wild, dude. That
Yeah.
thing is huge.
I also love the fact that they put a fucking California raisin here.
I
You see that?
did.
It's a California raisin to give you an idea. And I think, is that G.I. Joe?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So you got G.I. Joe. That's three of the big ones right there. You got
Wait,
G.I. Joe,
that's a NECA Ninja Turtle.
NECA Ninja Turtle. But so you got NECA Ninja Turtle, you've got G.I. Joe, you got the 7-inch McFarlane series Batman and Marvel Legends Spider-Man to show you the scale there.
God, how much do you think that weighs, man?
Oh shit,
That's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
like,
I was hoping that they would say it has 50 points of articulation.
I,
Now I assume most of that is in the tail,
right.
but it does have 50 points of articulation, including an articulated jaw and ratchets in the wings and limbs for stability and posing.
The figure photography up when this comes out is going to be amazing. Look at that.
Just
Son
this
of a
is a
bitch.
this is a picture I found. I had to go searching online of the I want to say prototype, but this is I guess one of the final figures. I want to say this actually is a prototype because the tail looks a little bit different there.
Right.
But yeah, that's a good reference there as far as the size goes.
Good Lord, man. Like, what do you do with that? What do you do with that when you have that?
I'll tell you exactly what I would do with that. I would hide it so my wife doesn't ever have to see it.
Yeah, bud. You're right.
Oh man,
Holy cow, man.
that thing is. I even posted this on Facebook earlier about people that want to flex about their Galactus and their Sentinels and stuff like that. You want to flex. This is the new flex right here.
right. However, I think Four Horsemen is also throwing down the gauntlet, so to
Oh
speak.
yeah.
I think it's time we get another Fin Fang Foom.
Even Fing Fang Foom is a flex.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I do agree with you.
Like,
This
I think HasLab better take note.
yep,
Uh,
Four Horsemen just raised the bar way
yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Holy cow.
Yeah.
And I had been waiting to see that scale comparison.
Oh, I
Thank
gotta
you
show
for
you
bringing
this.
that up.
I gotta
That
show
thing
you
is
this.
awesome. Now, from what I understand too, like based on this, they're gonna keep going and like there'll be different colored dragons too.
Probably. This is Tiamat from
Right.
Dungeons and Dragons. Um, I thought this was huge.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, this is actually a
A
miniature.
mini. Yeah.
It's a model. You know but it's plastic. It moves. I mean, it bends a little, but it doesn't move. There's
Right.
no articulation here.
Mhm.
And I thought this thing was huge.
Right.
That thing right there makes this thing seem tiny.
Bro, this is a smart car.
That's like a to scale legendary dragon for Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh
That
yeah.
thing is huge.
Yeah, dude.
That
Is
the way it
amazing.
looks,
Like, I'm so looking forward to seeing figure photography with that thing. Uh,
the fucking colors, man. The way
I know.
they just pop.
They look great.
They chose such a good color scheme for this.
It looks great. Like I've got no complaints. I would just you know I wouldn't come out and say I won the lottery, but there would be signs.
Yep, this would definitely be up there in those signs.
Yeah, like what do you got two of them for?
That's a
Eh,
flex. That's a flex.
you know, that's
All
amazing
right.
though.
And last but not least, we're gonna make this one really quick because we're already over our time here.
Oh gosh, I didn't even realize.
Yeah, I just noticed it too. So, obscure superhero of the week,
Obscure superhero of the week.
brought to you in part by Ugly John.
What the fuck is that, dude?
This is Ugly John from Earth 616, new X-Men for series number 114.
What?
Ugly John was mercy killed by Cyclops in the new X-Men 115, by the way. After Cassandra Nova left him horribly injured, he was confirmed as resurrected later on, which is funny because the first time they ever showed Ugly John, he was actually rescued from Sentinels by Wolverine and Cyclops.
Holy crap.
Do you want to know what his powers are?
He's got powers?
His power is the fact that he has 3 faces. That's it. He has no
Yeah.
powers. He's a mutant.
He's
But
one of the unfortunate mutants.
Yep, his name is Steve.
Steve.
And he says he introduces himself as Steve, and he says that his friends call him Ugly John.
Jesus.
And that's pretty bad because that guy in the background there is kind of ugly too. And
bro, like, at least
he makes him look pretty as shit.
Oh my
Here's
god.
another one.
Oh my god.
Which kind of makes him look like a really ugly Kevin Bacon. Like look at this picture and just picture in your head Kevin Bacon shaking his head really fast. So that is Ugly John, and honestly, I really wanted to find more to talk about. There's just he has very small presence.
Yeah.
But
he has 4 eyes, 3 noses,
and 3 mouths.
3 mouths.
Yep.
Does each one of his faces do these all eat?
I think they all talk and do the same thing at the same time.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, it would be really terrible too, because you imagine like you go to blow your nose, and
which one?
but you're trying to blow one, but they all blow at the same time. Or when you go to eat, like the other mouths are chewing at the same time. I don't know. Yep. So we got Ugly John here.
Ugh. Poor bastard.
Yep.
Yeah. The unfortunate X-Men.
Yeah.
Oh, that would make a great series. Just like
Unfortunate X-Men.
Yeah, Unfortunate X-Men. Like they don't have powers for shit. They're really like fucked. But they're mutants, so they get to go to Xavier's.
Yep. They're not even. He wouldn't even be like Plan B. He'd be like Plan N.
Like, why? What would you do? How are you? What is your 3 faces gonna do? It's
Cannon
like a
fodder.
real like niche, like particular mission. We need somebody with 3 faces.
Exactly, right? I mean, the best thing for this guy is like cannon fodder.
Oh yeah.
His ability is to stop bullets, but he can only do it once.
Right. You run this way and distract that sentinel, and we'll go this way.
Yeah. Yep.
Good Lord. Well,
so there you go. You have Steve Ugly John.
He's no dog welder, but we'll take him.
He's no dog welder. No. Hey, they can't all be awesome, man. They can't all be awesome. We're going with obscure superheroes, which means we're going to get into some really goofy shit for some of these.
Nice. Well, with the obscure superheroes, I think that's going to be it for our show. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Please follow us on all of our social medias, OATFTG, OZ and the Freak Talk Geek, everywhere you can. Please like, subscribe, comment, and let us know what you think. Hey, maybe there's an obscure superhero you want to tell us about. Please do. We sure would love to hear it.
I would love some more input.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. We sure do appreciate you. And for the Freak, I'm OZ, and we've been talking geek.
Bye. See ya.